Hi everyone, welcome to the review retro for Sprint 47 and the forecast for Sprint 48 of TinaCMS projects. First up, just quickly want to talk to TinaCon 2025. Matt.
Yeah, so we got TinaCon happening in about a month, just after NDC Melbourne. So that should be really good. We're going to be, spending a day talking about Tina and doing workshops, and yeah, go to the website, join us, and you'll have a good time learning about Tina.
Moving on to the review retro for Sprint 47. The sprint goal was to fix the GraphQL fetching issue with different branches in CMS. Jack, could you please comment on this?
Yes, so after a bit of investigation, we found it to be just the way that we're kind of passing in the content URL. So that's how the client knows, what content to actually fetch when you go to a page. Now, currently, we just pass this straight in from the client, from the user's config. This has the issue if you change branch, we no longer have that relationship. So we're always just fetching whatever branch that Tina was built with. Normally this is like main. So now when you're going to a different branch, this isn't updating in the context of a page. So for next, pages by default now are server rendered. So we can't rely on, accessing the client info, which then contains like what branch you're on. We've got a solution, so we'll hopefully cook that up, as the kids will say, this week, and we'll see where we go from there.
So Sprint 47 was a 1-week sprint. There were 114 hours built on TinaCloud by Brooke, Matt, and myself. And there were 31 hours on TinaCMS by Jack. In terms of the work conducted, we've completed documentation of the GitHub Enterprise feature. Matt, could you please speak to this?
Yep, so this was a feature that we shipped dark previously. So we've made it available so that all enterprise customers know about it, put up some docs for it as well, and updated the pricing plan so that people know that when they sign up for one of the good reasons for signing up for an enterprise plan is that they get access to full GitHub Enterprise support, so they can give their own create their own GitHub applications for us to have access to them. And that'll work for cloud and on-premise servers.
All right, that's excellent. Something to think about, Wixie, is potentially adding another enterprise feature is that they get a free usage of Yak Shaper. A bit of cross promotion, but I think that those customers, we definitely give Yak Shaper for free.
Okay.
Okay.
In terms of the burn down, we were able to complete 12 effort with 34 remaining. For production deployments, we had 2 deployments for TinaCloud, 1 release for TinaCMS, version 2.7.3 released on Tuesday, 18th of March. In terms of application overview, application health, Identity API HTTP 500s increased from 16 to 38, and the Content API HTTP 500s decreased from 2,240 to 1,200.
That is awesome. Did you do anything to decrease those numbers?
Nope.
Okay.
We are continuing work to get the numbers down. Unfortunately, the actual work which will do it is still yet to be sent into production.
Okay. Is the work done and it just needs to be deployed?
Not fully, no.
Okay. What is that feature?
This is the database throttling.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Accounts created increased from 165 to 225. Trend of organizations created over the last 30 days is as displayed. Sign up to commit conversions increased from 14.6 to 16.4%. Unique cloners of the Tina Barebone starter repository over the last 2 weeks increased from 67 to 79. The unique cloners over the same period for the Tina Cloud starter decreased from 176 to 138. And for the Tina self-hosted demo, the same figures was a decrease of from 43 to 38. The total tracked downloads of the TinaCMS package increased from 14,690 to 16,903. In terms of progress, we saw...
Sorry, all those numbers looked much better than before, so good increases. Any ideas why?
Most probably because we released a package update.
Okay, got it. Okay.
We always see a bit of a boost when there's an update or two. In terms of the state of the epics, we had an improvement. We continued to improve media management, going from 52 to 57%. We did not do any experimental work. In terms of AI tools used by the team, Jack used ChatGPT, Brooke used ChatGPT, and Matt and I used GitHub Copilot. Moving to the sprint retrospective, what went well? Brooke highlighted that there are many PRs reviewed. And also, Matt, did you want to speak briefly to the new abstractions?
Oh yeah, so as part of the enterprise features, the GitHub Enterprise server support, we've introduced some new abstractions to make it easier to determine whether or not a user in TinaCMS or a user when interacting with the Tina Cloud APIs is an enterprise customer. So that's not fully done, but as we start touching pieces that require enterprise checks, we can use the new calls that will make it easier to manage things.
In terms of what didn't go so well, so we are still seeing distracting tech debt that is still slowing development. For instance, with the work that I'm currently doing to separate the old schema, just some quirks in the way that the querying is happening. Jack's also seen some quirks with the way that the branches are handled as per that bug that he discussed as the sprint priority. In terms of improvements for the next sprint, Matt's going to work on his dad jokes.
Moo.
I'm not falling for it again. And then we've got Matt. Do you want to speak to consolidating user feedback?
Yeah, so we've got a few different places that user feedback or questions come from. So there's GitHub issues, GitHub discussions, the various Discord channels. I just want to spend a little bit of time just to see if there's a way that we can aggregate that, so it's easier to know what's been followed up and what hasn't. Because as soon as you're on Discord, as soon as you click away from a post, it's gone. Like you've got to find some way to get, remember the keywords and search for it to get back to it, essentially, which is quite frustrating. So we just want to make sure that we can see the things and just know that they've been followed up on.
I might just ask for one more thing on the improvements. That would be, is it possible for Jack P and Brooke and maybe Ben to be trying out GitHub Copilot, or have they already tried it out and gone back to ChatGPT?
I'd wait until we light up GitHub Enterprise for us, because then they'll have access.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I might just add one more thing to the jump in numbers on that graph. Could you scroll back up to it?
You're talking package downloads or one of the other graphs?
Yes. Yeah, package downloads. Sorry, I'm trying to understand because this is a developer thing. package downloads is people who have already installed and are using TinaCMS, but they're downloading other packages to go with it?
No, this is how many times the different versions of TinaCMS is downloaded from NPM.
From NPM, right. Okay,
Yep.
so it's people running that command on the homepage of the website.
No. So they may be running a build of their website, which pulls down the various package, like it'll pull down the TinaCMS package. So we're having a look here to see which version is being pulled down, because if we have a look, like 2.2 is pretty high on the list, which is a bit concerning because it is an old version.
Right, okay, right. And so does this apply to people already using Tina or new
Yes.
users?
It's already using Tina.
Right, okay, all right, I understand. Thank you.
With regards to the Discord stuff, Michelle, are you comfortable with each morning maybe having a call with Jack or Brooke or alternating and having a look at the questions in there and referring some of the basic ones to a Tina doc?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. So what I'd suggest is alternate between Jack and Brooke, have a look in the Discord, and all I want you to do is reply to one each morning. Pick the easy ones, obviously. But
Shouldn't we just reply to as many as we can?
Oh, you could, but yeah, you'd only need to do one each morning just to show that you're there and not too much. The idea is the Discord stuff is for all those potentially 12,000 people to be helping each other. The paid enterprise stuff is where they really get assistance, but you helping with the basic ones is just good to get yourself familiar with things, because we want to do the same thing with Yakshover.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving to the Sprint 48 forecast. The sprint goal will be to continue work to fix the GraphQL fetching issue with different branches in CMS. This is going to be a 1-week sprint with the review to be conducted on Tuesday, 1st of April. In addition to the work with that bug, we'll also be progressing work to update the schema in Dynamo to reduce database throttling. Are there any questions?
Is there any progress with Tina Docs? What's the status of that?
Yeah, so I'll just talk on that. We have just picked it back up again after the little rush we had before NDC for other products. And I've got an Isaac up to speed with me. So we're gonna have another meeting with Gert on Wednesday just to finalize kind of enhancing the developer experience with it. I spoke to Matt about it yesterday afternoon, and we will be picking it up properly next sprint. For like as in we'll be allocating items back into working for a next sprint. So it's moving. It's definitely moving.
Awesome, thanks.
This summary video will be uploaded to the TinaCMS YouTube page. Catch you all next week.
Thanks. Awesome.